started, my name is Paula Glynn. I'm here as a lead instructor with CareCore Health, Safety, and Wellness. And today, you're joining Family Time CPR. So what we like to do is we like to do community events just to spread information and share information about CPR safety for you and your family in the community. So what we'll do today is we're going to talk a little bit about how to do CPR for an adult, how to do CPR for an infant and a child, and what kind of things you can do at home before EMS arrives or any type of other advance, or you get to that hospital for that person who may need some emergency care before a higher level of care arrives. Did you know that 70% of bystanders who witness a cardiac arrest are afraid to help out? And you know what? They're afraid to touch the person because they don't want to hurt the person. And so that is definitely understandable. I mean, you know, you don't want to do something to someone where you feel like you're going to harm them. But one of the things that I always like to share with my students and so on with our training is that if you have found out that that person is out from a cardiac arrest, the best thing you can do is go to help them. And whatever it is that you need to do, you should try to do. So the first thing that you're going to do, in case of any situation, if you see a person that has passed out from cardiac arrest, whether it's someone you know, someone you don't know, family, friend, neighbor, or anything, first thing you want to do is you want to go up to them and see if they're conscious. And one way that I would do that is you would go to say, hey, are you okay? And so I'm actually looking to see, are they okay? When I'm shaking them to see if they're okay, I'm looking to see if they actually are breathing, or I'm looking to hear if they're breathing. And then I'm going to see if there's any kind of air coming up on my face. At the same time, I'm looking to see if there's any chest rise. What does that mean? That means when they're breathing in and out, then their chest will rise. So if there's no chest rise and there's no breathing, what you're going to do is you're going to call 911. So I'm going to go ahead and call 911. If I have someone there, then I'm going to say, hey, you call 911 and get an AED if you know that you're in a place where you can have an AED. Then once they arrive once you've called them, then you're going to look for the center of their chest. You're going to go look right at their nipple line and go right underneath their armpits. So if you just put your 2 fingers right under their armpits into the center of the chest, that's the center. You're going to put the heel of one hand on top of the other. You're going to put one hand on top of the other. You're going to use the heel of your hand, and you're going to push right in the center of their chest, hard and fast. And it's going to look like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So I'm going to continue doing compressions exactly like that until I either am comfortable to give breaths, until I get to 30, and then I can go ahead and give breaths, or until someone else comes that can relieve me, or until EMS arrives. Those are a couple of key points that I want you to remember. So let's go back over that. If we see someone unconscious, we're going to go and tap them. If we tap them and they're not responding, we're checking for breathing, and we're looking to see if their chest rising. If they're not breathing, then I'm going to go and call 911. Or if someone's there, I'm going to have, hey, you, Sandy, call 911 and get an AED. And then I'm going to start going right in the middle of their chest, and I'm going to start my compressions. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Notice that when I'm doing compressions, my elbows are straight. They're not bent. Notice that my shoulders are right over my hands. You know why? That's going to help you do compressions in a more comfortable way. Now, if you're trained in CPR, if you know CPR, if you feel comfortable, and if it's a loved one or someone, then you can go ahead and give breaths. The way we give breaths is that we're going to hold their chin, we're going to tilt their head and lift their chin. And then for adults, we're going to squeeze their nose, put our mouth over their mouth, and give 2 breaths. So it's 1 breath, 2 breaths, and then we're going to go right back on the chest, and it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 30. Now, if you've had a workout, if you feel like you've had a workout by then, that is exactly what it feels when you're doing compressions. So know that when you do compressions, if you have someone else that can switch out with you every 2 minutes, then that will help in order to give really strong, effective compressions to pump hard and fast in the middle of their chest, okay? Now, if you're in a situation where someone has passed out and you might not feel comfortable and you don't know that person, what you're gonna wanna do is you may not wanna give breaths, but that's okay. For adults and adolescents, hands-only CPR is pretty much just effective. And what that's gonna do is your main goal is to increase circulation throughout the body. And the way we increase circulation is by doing chest compressions. That's a little bit different for children and infants, but we'll actually look at that a little bit later. So now that you are with someone, a couple things that I want to actually just kind of let you know. When you're with someone, maybe you're exhausted, maybe you're tired, maybe you have done all that you can do. Just make sure that you're there to stay with them and comfort them until a higher level of care arrives, or until EMS comes to take them to the hospital, or someone, or another person that can relieve you. Just make sure that it is our civic duty just to be with that person. If you have already started helping someone, you cannot leave until someone else comes to help them, okay? Those are just a couple of tips that I wanted to share with adult CPR. Well, it was great. It was great having you, and I just would like to thank you for joining us with our Family Time CPR. We hope to bring you great safety tips on a monthly basis from our home to your home. Have a great time, and thank you again.